looking for the facts? Well, you done came to the right place. You've now checked in with blog partner, 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 blog partner.
Here it is. It's your boy Blog Partner. Back up in this thing one more again. And y'all know I keep this thing growing legs. Today, I got a dedicated and determined individual. I got a guy that's going to make it happen by any means ever since I know him. An intelligent individual, but most importantly, a father. Bro, let him know who we got in the build.
My name is Jamez. Y'all know me on Facebook as Rick James. You know what I'm saying? I'm one of the Saturn boys. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know about that though.
We're going to get into that.
Yeah.
So going to get into that. Okay, let them know where you from, bro.
I'm from Detroit. I'm from the west side of Detroit. I grew up on two neighborhoods, Southwest Detroit, off Livernois and Warren. Then my grandfather bought my mother a house on 7 Mile and Lindsay. So I grew up in two neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the D.
But I've lived here. This is my home too. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here a long time. But,
okay.
I'm Detroit, so Detroit for sure though.
What was your area in Detroit? What was it known for?
Just a black thriving community, man. Like when my mother moved to 7 Mile and Lindsay, white people was leaving.
Oh yeah.
They was leaving, so
7 Mile.
Yeah.
Okay.
They was leaving the neighborhood. They was moving to the suburbs or down south or to Florida. They didn't like that black people was, Detroit, all black city really. So
for sure.
But it always wasn't that way. So it was mixed into like the 80s, late 70s, 80s.
Gotcha.
And so yeah.
A hustling city. How did it rub off on you though?
Detroit.
Yeah, how did D rub off on you?
Man, you can ask my mother this, man. Like, and when I was in kindergarten, I'd get in trouble.
Right.
And she gonna, put belt to ass. So
for sure.
So
shout out to moms too.
Right.
Shout out to moms.
So instead of going home, I'm in the streets. And even one time she had to get a search party. She had the whole neighborhood.
Man.
All the mothers come looking for me because I knew I was gonna get a whooping. So if I'm gonna go home and get a whooping, I might well have fun.
That's back when anybody could whoop you though.
Yeah. For sure.
You say you can have fun,
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
man, for sure.
Who you looked up to growing up?
My Uncle Noonie.
Shout out to Noonie.
And my Uncle Roland.
Shout out to him too. They from the D?
Yeah, they both from Detroit.
Okay.
Well, my Uncle Roland, my grandfather moved to Detroit, but he was from Arkansas. And then he had my mother and my uncle in Detroit, but he had my Uncle Roland and my other aunties and uncles in Arkansas.
For sure.
In Little Rock. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know you had no Arkansas connect.
Yeah, that's why Black Diamond come from. Black Diamond was my great grandfather. He ran the black part of Little Rock, Arkansas. He was a real gangster, but a woman killed him. He had so many women.
It's crazy.
A woman smoked him. You know what I'm saying? But that's where Black Diamond come from.
Okay.
That was his name. He came from Jamaica. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to grandpa. Sound like you was an interesting cat, man. For sure. Well, check this out, bro. Let them know right quick, man. What you like doing like in your spare time?
Man, since my incarceration, I just like to work out and spend much time to myself. I don't really just kick it with people like that no more. But it ain't like on no bitter thing. It's just these last 5 years was something. So
yeah.
I got a different perspective on things. So really just, man, not too much. I've been out 7 months. I ain't did too much. I ain't went nowhere. I ain't went pulled up on nobody.
You just like to work out.
I just like to work out.
I be seeing you at the gym though, so I know you be by yourself zoned out. You know what I'm saying?
It's therapy for me though.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, check this out, bro. Like I said in the intro, you know what I'm saying? Anybody I got right there in their seat is always a dedicated and determined individual. You wouldn't be right there if you wouldn't.
sure.
Where does your dedication and determination come from? Where you get that from?
My mother.
Shouts out to moms again.
My mother, man. And that's why, like, I be like, always like clowning women that ain't got no ambition, they ain't got no bread, because my mama we was always straight, even in the hood.
Yeah.
7 Mile Lindsay, you go in our house, it's presents under the tree.
Yeah.
We ain't hungry. It was time my mama struggled, but yeah, we was in the hood living straight because my stepdad, he was working at Cadillac at the time, and she was working at a bank, but we was in the hood, and so yeah, she put that determination in me to, as far as trying not to never give up and keep struggling and striving, man. I don't know how to give up, you dig?
For sure. Yeah. That's what's up, man. Like I said, shouts out to mom one more again. But check this out right here, bro. Okay, you said Saturn, baby, or what you said. So check this out. Me being from Columbia, Tennessee, you know what I'm saying? Back in the day, Saturn came, you know what I'm saying? And even when I was living in Mount Pleasant, I had my Detroit connects from Mount Pleasant, like friends in elementary school. And then, Columbia just came, you know what I'm saying? It was just a whole lot of people from Detroit down here. So to me, I feel like Columbia and Detroit first cousins.
Yeah, for sure. Now,
is it any other city other than Columbia that, because the plant was down here.
Right.
Was it another plant somewhere else, or was it just?
They got plants in like Toledo, Ohio.
Okay, that's why I'm getting at.
Maybe Pennsylvania.
Okay, so it wasn't just the plant down here.
But it's Detroit. Like when you think of automobiles, you're gonna think of Detroit.
Right.
Big, GM, and all that. You're gonna think of Detroit. So
right.
Yeah.
I remember, like I said, like my second football team is the Detroit Lions. It's just because I feel like Detroit is a whole lot of people. Like, say if I go out of town all the time, bro. I ain't never went to Detroit. I'm going next. But I know when I go to Detroit, I tell my wife, man, I know like 12, 13 people I can call. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never think of it like it. I know about 12, 13 people I can call, like family, bro. And just
show you a good time.
Come on, bro.
Show you the city.
That's the next city I'm going to, bro.
And you're gonna love Detroit, man. You're gonna love, especially
I should have been done with.
If you love black culture, you're gonna love Detroit. Detroit is a very
shouts out to the D again, man. I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
313, you heard?
For sure. Okay, well, check this out. The $1 million question. How you get the name Rick James? How you get the nickname Rick James?
Oh, I picked that out because I had long dreads at the time, and
okay.
I like a party, like a rock star with the females. You see what I'm saying? So picked the moniker at the time.
You did,
but now I'm bald and stuff. So but I held on to it. Yeah.
Okay, no wrong with that, man. You say you like to party like a rock star, man.
I did. I used to.
With it. You keep the women in line, though, right?
Nah, man. One thing about me, when a woman come kick it with me, she choosing to kick it with me. You know what I'm saying? She gonna keep herself in line because she know, like me, I like to deal with women that are attracted to me.
Right.
If she's attracted to me, I don't have to go through all the She already know what it is.
I got you.
If she want to kick it with me, she know, what she, you know what it is.
So I want you to shine on a little bit in here, man. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, check this out, bro. We're gonna get into this right here, man. First, I want to let you introduce your book. He's an author. He's an author also. He got a book just came out. And I wanted to know, when did you start writing books, but can you introduce your book that came out? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I brought this to you. I want to sign it.
Okay.
This is my book called Gentlemen of Leisure. It's about a protagonist. You dig what I'm saying?
Okay.
And the women in his life. And every person in the story, but the main characters in the story, each person narrates the story. So it's not like one person.
For sure.
You got 3 women and a guy. They narrate the story.
What you say the name of it is?
It's called Gentlemen of Leisure. Nashville Nights. You dig? It's all Tennessee in this book. And the sequel comes out, Gentlemen of Leisure 2, The Interview. And it's so good. It got Columbia, Nashville, Murfreesboro, Atlanta. It even got Exit 22, the Boogie Bungalow, and the sign where down the way. The sign, heaven choose heaven or hell. It's a really good story, man. It's a series. So Yeah. And you asked me how long I've been writing.
Yeah. How long you been writing books?
I've been writing since I was 15, man.
Since 15.
I was in a boot camp with John Paul. You know John Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and John Paul, my guy, we was in a boot camp
John Paul,
together.
wow, man. Yeah, I know John. Shouts out to John Paul. I know he's
my
somewhere.
guy. You know, he gave his life to God and everything.
That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, man. Yeah.
But me and John Paul was in 7 Hawks Wilderness program, man. And that's when I had just really down here. I was living in Bel Air and I had ran away and all that crazy stuff. And anyway, so that's where I started writing at. I was writing about I had a speech therapist because I kind of talk with a lisp, you know what I'm saying? So I had a speech therapist and I wrote a story about it because she was so fine, man. I'm talking about fine. So I had wrote a story about her. And since then, man, I wrote my first story at Turning Center in the computer class, getting write-ups. The lady even wrote a bad thing to the parole board. She mad I'm in her class writing books instead of doing work.
It's crazy.
I'm just getting hit. They got me paroled though, but she wrote a bad because I was writing books in the class while I supposed to been doing homework.
What was that supposed to be? What was it, a class C? What was that?
No, she didn't write me up.
She didn't write it up. But
she wrote. You know how they recommendation to the parole board.
She tried to protest against you.
Yeah, she protested.
I got what you said.
Like he hadn't been doing his work. He been in here writing books.
It probably went in your favor though.
And then me and bro, J1, we had a little hip hop magazine. We was circulating through the computer class to the rappers on the compound at Turner Center.
Okay.
Yeah. Rest in peace, J1, man.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Well, check this out. How many books you got?
I got this one published right now. I have part 2 published on my birthday, April the 16th, which is in like 6 days, if I ain't mistaken. Yeah.
Okay. Check this out, man. I take my hat off to you for that, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting them know. They probably didn't know that. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm definitely trying to push it. I ain't one of the people that, write a book, just say I wrote a book, like, or do this just to say I did it. Like, I could now, like, it'd be different. I wrote an autobiography.
Yeah.
And then left it at that.
Right.
This is a career for me. This is something I want to be a career. This is something I've been wanting to do since I was a child.
Yeah.
But the streets had always distracted me. So, I'm at that age now, maturity, where I can really try to push this. You know what I'm saying? So that's the move right now.
Check this out, bro. I'm gonna touch on something else. I gave you a call the other day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't know this is me and you.
Right, for sure.
But everybody probably know what you did. I seen you talking to the homeless. You took them to get something to eat. Behind the scenes, you gave them some money. You didn't record that part. You know what I'm saying? And then you said you was at Walmart. You was stuffing money in the
for the babies,
giving back. Why was you doing it? You know what I'm saying? Explain to them what you did and why you was doing it.
The reason I did it is because I always wanted to do that. And then I've been seeing the Peter Bond videos and stuff where they changing lives, man. And it touched me. So I always like, man, I want to start doing that. I want to start doing it. And actually, I had a lady, she messaged me. She was like, I wish I could do that. I said, you can do it. She said, I said, I'm not rich.
Right.
I'm fresh out of prison. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rich. But think about it. You might waste money on cigarette, liquor, fast food. Yeah. So you can do it. You just gotta think like, I want to look out for somebody else today. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I didn't show me giving him money, I didn't want to make it about me. Because I was one of the dudes who used to get mad when somebody would walk up to somebody, recording them while they at their lowest.
Yeah.
But the reason I recorded my man was because it's like everybody riding by this guy, they probably think he a junkie. And even if he was, that don't he still can get help him get to rehab or get clean or whatever. And so I just wanted to, on everything, I just wanted to know his story, and tell the people. I want him to tell everybody else riding by. I haven't seen him there lately. I don't know if people was offended because, like, I ain't gonna lie, man. When I went in the little spot, man, they was looking a little funny.
They done seen him. They done passed him up plenty of times.
That kind of looked like they didn't really want him in there, but they were looking like this dude probably ain't nobody to be playing with.
So,
You know what I'm saying? But they really didn't want him in there, and I get it because, like, you in a fast food restaurant, you working hard every day, and there's some dude sitting out there with a sign So you like, oh, I'm going to work, but you don't know the story. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even know he could barely walk till he stood up and he walked to the restaurant.
Yeah, man.
I seen he could barely walk, right? So yeah, I just wanted people to, you know, to know what was going on with him.
For sure. That's real though. Like I said, I was in the 6th grade with him, you know what I'm saying? And I done passed him up so many times. I gave him money one time, then like I told you, passed him up a couple of times after that, then I seen him again, and I bought him some food, sat down and talked to him. I wanted to know how he got right there, how he get like that. And eventually I was going to go record him too, you know what I'm saying? That's why I hit you up. I was like, man, that's real, great man. What I say when I called you, I said, great man, think alike. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't even no planned thing, man. I got done working out.
God did it.
So I was like, damn, I don't want to record myself all sweat. So I went in there and I went to Hibbs and bought a shirt just for the record to talk to my man.
Right.
Because, you know, during COVID, man, you know, and some things went down on my children, man. I was in a real dark place. I was homeless. I wasn't even trying to get no money. All I kept thinking about was them. Yeah. And so, man, I wound up, man, homeless, man. I slept in Hadley Park for 3 days. Yeah. 28th Avenue North, bro, in the Ville. And
I was with you. I remember you told me that.
And so I know, and that ain't my first time. Remember when I had the Lincoln on 22 Assassins, man, I used to sleep in the back of that. I remember you told me that too. My lifestyle, man, it was up or down. But I never was like feeling down because I always felt I was him, even when I was sleeping in my car. You see what I'm saying? That's how you gotta believe about yourself, no matter what everybody else believes. So that's what it was.
That's why I always tell them, like the book, I'm finna, when I finally put it together, I'm gonna put it together. But my book's gonna be called Progress is Possible. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's a perfect example of what you're saying.
For sure.
You always saw that, you know what I'm saying? And thank God you hear God was with you, you know what I'm saying? You didn't give up. You know what I'm saying? You got a story to tell. So check this out, bro. I want to say salute to home team and my guys Sidelines. I seen you on the show.
Right.
What do you think about Columbia media scene?
I think Columbia media scene is doing good, man, but I think y'all need to tap into y'all connections.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say we talked about on the phone. That could happen. You never know, bro.
Yeah.
You never know. You feel me? So like tap into y'all connections, man, because me personally, I do content for marketing my book, but I don't really try to do content. But I love content. I watch podcasts all morning. While I'm writing my book, I'm watching Joe and Jada. I'm watching Drink Champs. I watch podcasts while I write my book.
Yeah.
Especially because this book, the part 2 has something to do with a podcast. So, but yeah, I like Columbia scene, especially the home team show.
Yeah.
Sport Lines.
Yeah. Sideline Sports.
Sideline Sports.
Yeah.
My bad. Sideline Sports, man. The home team show. Your thing. I'm watching you in prison. I was watching yours in the
That's
pen.
What's up. That's what's up.
You know, Big Bro used to let me keep the jack at night. Okay. So I'm on there. I'm on his jack.
Watching me in the prison. That's what's up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, what's up, man? I'm gonna keep going, bro.
For
you know
sure.
I'm gonna keep.
That's why I was like, when I seen you, I kept seeing you. I'm like, bro, I got some kind of motion, but I really didn't know what going on because I'm locked up.
Right.
And I'm watching for 12 to come ready to sell.
Yeah.
I was thinking, bro must have did an interview with bro, what I was talking about. I already was thinking that.
Yeah.
Because I was seeing, it was like, this brother got emotion on this thing.
I just kept going.
Yeah, I was showing brothers in the pen.
Yeah, I appreciate that too.
Appreciate
that. Just kept going, man. Okay, well, check this out. We get down toward the end, you know what I'm saying? I always tell them to, tell my guests to say something positive to the youth. And then you said, we ain't got to get into what you went to prison for, nothing like it.
I would like to expound on it, but then got a limit on how.
Yeah. I'm just gonna tell them, just say something positive to the youth. If we can do another episode, if we want to do that, we can do all that. But I ain't had that set up for this, but we can go deep if we want to. You know what I'm saying? But just say something to the youth, and you say you're not going back to jail. Let them know why you're not going back to jail.
Man, first of all, man, I'm 48 years old. I ain't no YN no more. You know what I'm saying? And as much as we hate to let that go, man, especially when you seeing all the things the YN is doing now, that ain't us. So I don't need to go back to prison. Now, if you really look at my thing, I hadn't gotten in trouble since 2008. You feel me?
Right.
Until 2000, March 7, 21. But I was on paper. I was violating paper, but as far as catching charges, I hadn't even had a speeding ticket in 11 years.
Okay.
So what I would say is prison ain't fun, man. Prison is the worst place in the world.
Oh yeah.
It's some real niggas in there, but it's a lot of suckers in there that just they just looking to victimize you, man. And if you and I'm gonna tell you something, the people who get it the worst is the gang members. You would think it'd be a person that's not in the gang to get it the worst is y'all. Yep. Because your homeboy's gonna send you out.
Okay.
If you get some motion, they're gonna come rob you.
So
man, listen, man, I seen so much in there, and so for the youth, man, hey, you ain't got to be cool to go to prison, man. You know what I'm saying? I got two brothers, man. They live beautiful lives, man, wonderful lives. They both fly as hell. They got plenty of money. They own businesses. They both ain't never even been to jail before. So, and then Columbia, Tennessee, if we being completely honest, is a place where you have choice.
Yeah.
If you from Compton, you don't have a choice. You either gonna be blue or red. If
yeah, right here,
Columbia,
you ain't gotta be. I'm saying
Columbia, you got a choice whether you want to go on a righteous path or you want to take to the street.
For sure.
Don't make it like you ain't had no choice in Columbia.
It's powerful,
that's
bro.
Bullshit.
Y'all heard what he's saying?
Allow nobody even say that to me, like, oh, we ain't had no choice here. I know I had a choice here. We left the ghetto.
For sure.
Came to Tennessee, and I was like, man, I'm Detroit. I ain't changing. I look what I did with my life, you know. And then look what my brothers did. They went another route. So, and we came from the same womb and the same hood. You know what I'm saying? And we brothers, but I'm the criminal, and they professional, successful black businessmen. You dig? My big brother is a judge. You know what I'm sitting judge. You know, and yeah. So, just I gotta say something to the youth, man. Like, hey, man, do something righteous with your life. You know what I'm saying? Because the streets ain't nothing now. And I ain't saying that like, I'm not saying F the streets because the streets is what grew me, but what it is now, man, you throwing rocks in the penitentiary and you don't want to go to the penitentiary. You don't want to go to TDOC.
Nah, for sure.
You don't want to go to trials there. You don't want to go to Northwest. You don't want to go to Northeast. You don't want to go to South Central because a lot of y'all is not going to make it. I'm being honest. So, hey, man, do something righteous with your life, my baby. You did.
Salute you for that, bro.
Sure.
Well, check us out. We already know what's next for you. You come with these books. Appreciate you coming through, bro. You more than welcome. Look in there, tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Amazon, Gentleman Legion 2, Nashville Nights. I also have physical copies if you want to pull up or you want me to pull up. And before I go, I would love to say shout out to Big Jamal, man.
Shout out to Big Molly.
Man, Big Molly, man. I miss you, brother. I don't know if you ever gonna see this, but I miss you, brother. And I want to shout out Lucky, man.
Man, shout out Lucky.
Don't get his
Gotta get
flowers,
you on here,
man.
Lucky.
He paved the way for out-of-town people to move around Columbia, Tennessee.
That's my guy.
And you know that, because y'all was not letting up. You know what's going on.
That'll be a whole other story.
I know
that. We're going to do that a whole other story.
And I feel like
but it's love. That's my guy.
They don't give him his flowers, though, man.
I give him. He give me him. I give him. Yeah, that's my guy. We got to get him on here. But look, I'm going to put your Facebook on this.
For sure. Oh, yeah. Rick James. And DLJ, the author, is TikTok. Because I changed all my monikers to author because I'm a writer and I want to be taken seriously. So, yeah. Yeah, you can DLJ, the author, and y'all, most of y'all know my Facebook page because
yeah, I'm gonna throw that up. Don't throw the Facebook up.
I was seeing everybody been watching my stories, and y'all think I don't. So I know all y'all know my page. You did. Yeah. So, yeah.
But shout out to everybody who he said, look, I got to get you on here, bro. We done made it to the end. I keep this thing growing legs. Blog partner, Rick James. We up out of this thing.
Blog partner.